that song, and the background, Horatio Spafford was the one that wrote that, and he was a successful businessman and lawyer back in the 1800s, and he was a devout Christian. He would go on missions with D.L. Moody in the evangelism and reaching people with the gospel. But you know of some of the story of things that have happened in his life. And in 1871, one of the first great tragedies that he experienced was the Great Chicago Fire. And in the Great Chicago Fire, this man that was a businessman, he went completely broke. He lost everything. Later, in 1873, he recognized that his family needed a break, and so he was going to go over to London, meet D.L. Moody, was going to be a part of a evangelistic crusade. And as he was getting ready to go, it was he, his wife, and his 4 daughters, and they were going to take off and go over to London. And as they, right before the trip, he had to send his family along because of some business that needed to get done, and he stayed back to finish up some business, and he was going to catch up with them. But out in the middle of that Atlantic Ocean, there was a collision of 2 ships. And that ship that his wife and his daughter were on sunk. His daughters. And out of that tragedy, his wife was rescued, but the 4 daughters all perished. 200 lives were lost. Anna was survived, and when she got to the other side, she sent a telegram. Saved alone, what shall I do? And he sent a telegram back that he was going to be on the next ship. When he was heading across that Atlantic Sea, the captain of the ship came and got him and said, "We are right now over the top of where your daughters were lost." And it was during that moment that he sat down and he penned the song, "When peace like a river attendeth my way." He wrote the song, "It is well with my soul. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul." You know what we find? We find that God can give peace in the middle of a storm. The storm doesn't mean that God's presence and God's peace doesn't mean that everything's going to turn out good for us. The Bible does tell us that good can come from it. How many thousands of people have been helped, encouraged by that one song? Here over almost coming up over all these years from that period of time till now, over 100 years, and still people are singing that song, and it brings peace to their soul. You see, God can use it. But Christian, we have to respond properly to it. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose. Our responses during the storm determine how that good is going to come out.